Hello everybody, it's JW Gashon, and today I will be finally reviewing New Tritan, also known as Neo Tritan. Well, as he calls himself, Neo Tritan. But I'm still gonna call him Tritan as usual. So, yeah, this is just the New Tritan. Yeah, he finally arrived. Same thing with the... I know I've said I've been trying... I didn't want to review the Tobot Rescue Squad, but since I got Tritan anyway, might as well get... Tobot Boom / Tobot L. But anyways, this guy is pretty good for the price he is, which is about 5,500 pesos, which is, of course, expensive to the average Filipino or average Asian in general. Well, obviously not average Asian, but like for the average Filipinos, obviously is going to be very expensive. But this guy's one of the greatest. Well, not the greatest, but he's a great remaster of the old Tritan, which I loved that old Tritan period. Like I loved him. He was actually my favorite Tobot out of the whole like first Tobots, like the original Tobots out of everyone. He was my favorite combiner, and I played with him so much as a kid, and he's broken now, and that's why I decided to get this new one so I can just feel how this new Tritan feels. Anyways, that's enough about me yammering. Let's get into a review. So, as usual, we have our usual lineup. We have X, Y, and Z. They're in their Tritan colors. Z is orange, X is blue, Y is red, just like in the original Tritan. So, let's start looking at, let's look at X first. So, X is one, well, he scales, obviously he's very much smaller than the original X. He's replaced with this pretty nice looking blue. He got some little panel stuff here, which they're pretty, it's still pretty fine for what he is. He rolls very well. What else? You can kind of see the combination stuff back here. You can even see Tritan's head. Yes, he does form the torso and the head. He does not form the arms anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. So, oh well. But yeah, he is pretty fine on his own. He rolls very well. Very nice color. Basically the same as the original X, is just a bit smaller. So yeah, so that's X. We'll put this off to the side for now, and we'll look at Y. And Tobot Y. I'm not sure what to say about this guy, because, well, obviously you can tell that he's gonna be the arms. He's gonna be the arms and the fist. So I don't know how to feel about that, because I really love the concept of him being the legs so that Tritan can move really fast. And I'm kind of sad that they took it that way, how, yes, X is the torso and the head, Z is the legs, but I really love the concept of Y being the legs, Z being the torso, and X being the arms, because X is the power, so he'll give strength to the arms. Y is the legs, he'll give speed to the legs. And Z, I heard he's like a marksman or something. He's, I don't know, aim or something. But so it's a very fun concept, and I think Tobot V kind of ruined that, because so I've heard the designer of this Tritan is the same one who did King Fortune. And while King Fortune wasn't that bad, he's just kind of bland. Like, his combination sequence is just kind of bland, and I don't really like that. Yeah, I have grown off of him a little bit. So this new Tritan, it just kind of feels like King Fortune in terms of just how he combines, but the way this new Tritan looks is just kind of redeems the whole combination sequence, which I'll show you in a little bit. So yeah, Y is the same Y as before, is just a little bit smaller. The red changed. Okay, so because the thing is, the old Tritan's Y had a sort of orange reddish, like on camera it had a orange reddish color. But in person it kind of looked like a very light red, and it kind of threw a lot of reviewers off as well. That like, well, oh, it looks so ugly on the camera. Like, it's so bright. Sometimes it looks pink, sometimes it looks orange. I'm not sure how that would work. But now it's a very nice looking red. He has not just regular red, not too much, not too dark, not too light. But he rolls very well. and he's very light because obviously he turns into the arms. So we'll put Y off to the side, and we'll look at Z, and then we'll start the combination process. So here is Z, and he kind of suffers a little bit because of all these panel linings and stuff here. But I really love the orange color. The orange is just amazing. I'm so glad that they didn't use like X's old, like, you know how X had that sort of blonde-ish color, if you know what I mean. Yeah, he had that sort of thing, but he's also not bad. I really love this Tobot Z. You can kind of see where the outline here because these become the feet, but they're not too bad. As usual, because he is the legs and he's the heaviest, goes very well. Just a very nice orange van. Actually, no. Sorry about that. We'll get into the combination already. So the way Z transforms is very, very reminiscent of Quatran and King Fortran, but very different in terms of aspects. So to start this off, what we're going to do is we're going to take these sides here take the sides of Z. We're going to split them apart just like Tobot R and Quatran. I'm going to reference Quatran from now on. I don't want to mess with anything Tobot V related anymore. So it rolls. It rolls. Oh, man, I'm kind of sick today. I'm so sorry. But anyways, there is a hinge right here, which it's a very interesting hinge because it's not a regular straight hinge. It angles upwards. So when this angles up, it forms up here. Same thing with this side. And they're on kind of tight, but not super tight clips, especially this one. This one is very loose. I might do something about that soon. But, okay, so it's like this. Afterwards, next, you're going to angle the knees up like this. Yeah, like that. And then you're going to bring the front like that. And basically, yeah, that's the legs. And then you're going to telescope the legs up like this. And then you're going to pull out the feet. And then you split the legs. And yeah, this is Z. And he's not bad at all. I mean, I kind of like the way he implemented Quatran's Tobot R gimmick, but I'm kind of missed the part where the legs were so unique on Tritan, which I kind of miss, but at the same time, I kind of understand. This is modern age anyway. So let's go with X now. So with X, first things we're going to do is we're going to fold these in right here, like that. And we're going to take the roof of X, we're going to lift it up, and we have this little interesting hinge section here. It kind of like whoop, and then like if you're gonna do like stop motions, it's gonna be like, and then there you go. It's a very interesting hinge connection, which I'm very interested in how this was made. Honestly, and it's kind of, but the problem is it is kind of loose. It gets loose over time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna plug this in and plug this in, and it's a very the clips don't clip very well up here, which is a problem. Move Z off to the side here. But anyways, next is we're going to just leave this hanging like that, and we're going to bring up the very iconic Tritan wings, his wings basically. Instead of Z's side forming the wings, it's now X's back side of the car. And then we're going to lift this up, this little orange sort of guard section here. And that's all. Actually, no, there is one more thing. To make sure that this isn't going to break or unclip at all, Young Toys actually did something very interesting. So there's two clips right here, and then there's two black tabs in here. You're going to turn it around, and you're going to clip it in like this. And that's a very solid connection. Like, this is a very tight connection as well. So this really isn't going anywhere. And that's all what you're going to do for now. And basically the same type of connection that most of these Tobots have, like basically the Quatran. I'm going to call this a Quatran connection at this point. So the way this works is you're just going to slide it in, and then slide it in like this, and tab it in. If it'll, there, tab it in. And then, yeah, same thing as well. You just untab it like this. And basically, this is how tall Tritan is now. You can kind of see a general height. And I'm going to raise up my camera a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to deal with Y. And Y is very interesting because, yes, he splits apart again like the old Tritan, but this time's very interesting because when you split him apart, he's like, he has a sort of like connector here now, so he doesn't split apart. So if you split him apart, you throw him on the toy box, he isn't going to disassemble, which is a good thing. So to transform Ys, you're going to bring this out, bring this down. Now, this entire hinge connection is kind of hard to figure out when you're getting into vehicle mode, but don't worry, it's not super hard to figure out once you got it. And then you're gonna bring the arms down like this and bring out the fist like this. And you have to make sure that his arms, that Triton's arms are supposed to be splayed out like this and not any other way. You'll know how it looks like. But basically, these have to angle upwards, these ratchet joints. And then this bit right here should be angled, what do you call this? Vertically. So this will sit on top of Tritan like this. And I know it seems like a very loose connection right now, but that's why we have the vest or the chest guard right here. But first what we're going to do is we're going to bring up Tritan's head. And it's very interesting because the same, they basically do the same thing where Tritan's head guards the arms and another sort of connection joint also guards the arms. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this up right here and we're going to turn this around. And as you can see, Tritan's head system, just head area in general, now blocks Y from coming off. And to make sure that solidifies everything, we're going to bring down the chest guard, peg it in, and then we're going to lift up the ear wings, and that's a very solid connection, it's not going anywhere. And then we're going to angle the wings a little bit back. And this is Neo Tritan, and I love Tritan. I love this new Tritan just because of he looks like an actual remastered version of Tritan, which I love. I just love the way he looks. Like, he looks incredible. That's really all I can say. I can just compliment him. I can compliment his spread of colors here. I mean, again, like the old Tritan. Remember how Tritan had spread colors everywhere? Look at this Tritan. He has on X, on his top part, which X is blue, you have an orange bit here, which came from the legs. And then even on the legs, you have a blue part here and red coloring right there. So it's just, again, the whole color palette of Tritan here is split apart, which I love. Like, I love the whole thing that they're doing here. And same thing with the arms, because remember, Y is red, but he has blue on the insides right here. Although he doesn't have any orange, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is fine anyway, considering that this is the upper body. And let's talk about the head. And the head, I don't know what, honestly, the head is kind of my own, like, it's just my preference, but I kind of like the old Tritan head a little bit more. This one kind of seems a bit blocky and a bit too cartoony, which obviously, yes, Tobot is a cartoon, but I love how the robots looked realistic because they turn into real life branded cars. Like these three vehicles turn into Hyundai cars, which is very interesting. So but I still love this head. Like, in terms of the new Tobots now, it fits in very well, which I still love the head, but it's just, I prefer the old one a bit more. And one more thing, I'm kind of scared about these hinges because I have a feeling if I'm going to lend this to my nephew and he's going to play with Tritan, for example, he just moves the ear wings a lot, they're eventually going to unhinge, and then eventually they're not even going to, like, they're just going to be split out like this. Like, you can't even lift them up anymore. Which I think I can do something about that, but oh well. Now, to cover Tritan's articulation, this is going to be a bit cumbersome to do. But anyways, yeah, his head can rotate side to side. Not much because the chest guard here. The arms can rotate around 360. Yes, Tritan can finally get 360 arms unlike his old version. He can sort of go in and out, but it's kind of obstructed by the chest guard again. He actually has a somewhat inner shoulder joint, which is interesting. You can also rotate above the elbow, rotate at the elbow, basically 90 degrees. And he can, this is not really wrist articulation, obviously. So his upper body's very posable, not bad at all, not bad at all, not bad at all. Yeah, and his lower body is also not bad at all. Now, I'll admit the Z skirt kind of, okay, I haven't covered the Z skirt yet. The Z skirt is not bad, but it kind of throws Tritan off a little bit. Maybe if he had, maybe if this was on the back, I wouldn't mind it so much, but it looks so like mindful in this, not mindful, it looks so out of place in terms of Tritan, because like you already have a front of the car here. Why do you need another front of the car here? But oh well, it isn't bad still, and it kind of obstructs the leg articulation a little bit. But obviously you can move it out of the way. So for obviously he has no hips because unless you count this as a hip, this is not. You're just gonna disconnect his whole. You're gonna chop him in half. So for articulation of the legs gonna go forward, back on these soft ratchets. You're gonna go in and out very far. So Tritan can do I think he has a super kick I think he has a super kick already in the show. So super kick, or you know, how he would call it. And he has, yeah, he can rotate above the knee, rotate. Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you want to bend his knees or move his legs, just don't grab him onto here. Maybe hold him onto here. If you rotate at the knee, yeah, you can rotate at the knee and can rotate at the foot. So we can sort of get him into a pose. Let's see here. There we go. So, Tritan is not bad at all. Now, I definitely recommend Tritan. Just get Tritan off the bat. He's just an amazing figure. I love him so much. And yeah, I really recommend him. Like, this new Tritan is already good. So I'm going to be covering the Tobot Rescue crew, not the Rescue Squad, because that's a whole different Tobot V thing. So I'll cover the Tobot Rescue crew next, right after I upload Tritan, which probably will take about a few weeks or so. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.